and welcome to a very, very windy Rannoch Moor. It's freezing. Welcome to location number 1. This is a waterfall with the most stunning colours in the water. It goes from a sort of ochre orangey colour through to a teal. It's absolutely stunning. Obviously I couldn't vlog down here because the water noise is far too loud. The wind up there is far too ferocious. I'm not going to try and vlog up there just now. I'm next to the main road, which is there, so I've just sort of scrambled down this wee rocky bit here. I've got a few different compositions down there. I have a few different angles down there, which have all turned out gorgeous. So I'm literally just, I know I've definitely got a photograph in the bag from this location. Composition wise, this is a very much a rule of thirds picture. So we're going to go and try and find a reflection shot for the cemetery, and we're going to go try and find some sort of negative space shot. Fingers crossed to find something, we might not, but this one's definitely an absolute keeper. I also got the first light hitting the Black Mount this morning as well, which I couldn't vlog because it was far too windy. So we've got a really awesome panorama from this morning of Black Mount. And we've got this shot, which is stunning. So we're going to crack on before the wind picks up. I've got 2 other locations to visit today. One, I'm aiming for low tide, which I'll let you figure that out later. And the other one is about 10 miles down the road. So we're going to head down there just now, grab another coffee. I think it's about 7:30 in the morning just now. So it's early doors for this one. Let's crack on and we'll go to location number 2. Welcome to location number 2. It's a lot quieter here. I can hear myself talk here. Not that's always a good thing. This is the Glencoe Lochan. Now this is the perfect cemetery shot. The sky is gorgeous. The light at the moment is soft enough that it's hitting the mountains, but it's not overly like casting any shadows or causing any silhouettes or anything like that. And this shot is stunning. You couldn't ask for a better scene. So this, I'm really happy with this picture. I've taken it already. So how I'm shooting is I've got a polarizer on. There's still a little bit of tiny little bit of haze coming from the sun over there, so I've just put a polarizer on just to kind of cut through some of that glare on the water. You're still getting those beautiful vibrant greens and limey greens coming through, and all the spring summer colours are coming back into life now. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I'm really happy with this shot. So I'm shooting at 20th of a second at the moment, which I know seems a bit slow, but I'm shooting at f11 ISO 100. The reason I'm shooting at 20th of a second, it's 17 degrees just now and it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. So any wind at all that's coming through the other end of those trees, I just want to minimise that on the water. So I'm shooting as slowly as I can to give this really lovely, peaceful, calm, serene feeling that this place gives you. It's gorgeous. I've never been here before. You can tell I'm so overwhelmed by it. I've got one more composition that I know there's a pier further over, so I'm going to have a look at it, and then we're going to go to location number 3, which I'm quite excited about as well. But we're heading there for low tide, so I think we're going to head there for afternoon lunch. So we're going to have lunch first and then go to the next location. So I hope you like this shot. I absolutely love this shot. It's a keeper straight out of camera. Yeah, this is literally the start of the trail. Like, this is the red post. So this is the Lochan trail. You also have a mountain trail and you also have a woodland trail, so this is a fantastic place to come. I don't know why I've never been here before. And then we'll go for a walk around the loch. So I've decided to go for a walk around the Glencoe Lochan just to have a wee peek and see what else I could find. And I haven't even got 5 minutes into the walk and I found another photo. Almost looks like someone's placed all these elements together. It's too perfect. So I really love this walk. It's really surprising me how much I absolutely love it. So we've got a tree branch which is filling in the water, which has been side lit by the sun. Perfectly still water. We've got some reeds. We've got a wee bank of trees in the middle, and we've got a mountain. I don't think I need to say anything else to it. Yeah, I'm enjoying this walk. Let's continue down and see what else we can find. location number 3. Location number 2 was Castle Stalker. This is called Glen Crenan, and I've just been to a bit called the Fairy Bridge, and it is amazing. It's medieval, it's absolutely fantastic. This isn't actually part of the composition part of my video for today, but I thought it was still well worth coming. It has a bit of a devil's pulpit feel. It's very eerie, it's very cool. It has these kind of spikes on the bridge and stuff made out of rocks. It's fascinating, I love that sort of stuff. So we came down here just a detour on the way back from Castle Stalker. Had a very busy day today. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I got sunrise and I pretty much haven't stopped all day today, so I'm absolutely knackered, as you can probably see from my sunburnt face. This is probably a 3-mile walk all the way around to get to the Fairy Bridge, and then it's pretty steep. So now I'm on a descent path and it's lovely. A nice wee woodland walk all the way back down to the car. I'm going to go drive the 2.5 hours back home, so I hope you appreciate this today. So let's just jump back over to my desk and have a look at the images. So this week's video was all about 2 different types of composition styles. The first one was symmetry and the second one was negative space. First one I tried to demonstrate with the Glencoe Lochan picture, which I'll show you in a wee minute. I know a lot of people use symmetry in things like bridges, piers. As long as you've got a very sort of clean background, symmetry is a fairly easy one to try and do. So we started this video off in Rannoch Moor. Yeah, again, I love Rannoch Moor. And the first time I went to Rannoch Moor was the very first video that I made for YouTube, and it was Loch Nicholas, I still can't say it, and it was the sunrise over the Black Mountain. Yeah, I was trying to get the light hitting the side of the mountain and it just wasn't happening, there was far too much cloud. When I went yesterday morning, it was, or was it yesterday morning? The days are all blending into one when you get up at 5 in the morning. So when I went yesterday morning, the sun was perfect. It was this bright red ball coming up over the horizon. As soon as it hit the mountains, I was there, I was ready, I got it. I got a panorama and I also got a sort of wider shot as well. This is the one I was chasing when I first went to Glencoe that morning on that very first video. This type of image is the sort of thing I was looking for. There's a little bit of snow left on the mountains, so they're reflecting that pink light back out and it just looks stunning. It's just a nice straight panorama, which obviously has nothing to do with symmetry or negative space, but I was there, it was sunrise, it was a clear sky, and I was not going to miss this picture because it's absolutely stunning. So the photograph that does demonstrate symmetry is this picture here, which is of the Glencoe Lochan. I thought this was going to be a bit more of a walk to get to it from the car park, but it's literally a 2-minute walk from the car park. It's very easy to find. There's 3 trails you can do. You can do a mountain trail, you can do a woodland trail, and you can do the Lochan trail, which takes you all the way around. I think I found about 3 or 4 different compositions here, so I was very happy. We had the right conditions. The water was perfectly still, there was a little tiny bit of wind but not enough to disturb the image, and I think it worked out absolutely fantastic. So this is the second shot I got at Glencoe Lochan. It has nothing to do with symmetry, it has nothing to do with negative space, it's just a very nicely composed image. I really like it, it's very simple, all the elements are there, the condition was lovely. I think if you went back at sunset, you'd get a completely different image and it would look even more dramatic. It does look very man-made. I'm starting to wonder if it was. I wonder if somebody threw that stick in the water. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a lovely photo. The very first bit I actually vlogged from was the Glencoe Pass. There's a bit there called Three Waters Meet, and if you stop at the side of the 82, there's a massive lay-by you can stop in to have there's like a viewpoint there and things to look down onto the waterfall, which is lovely, but you're not really going to get the same impact as what you get here at ground level. So I managed to climb over the wall, down an embankment, and sort of scurried down to where the rocks were, and I managed to get 2 compositions here. I think I prefer this one. It just seems a bit simpler because it's literally just a line of stones, then you've got the orange which then blends into the sort of teal green colour of the water, and then the waterfall itself. I'm really happy with how this one turns out. It actually reminds me a lot of the fairy pools in Skye, this bit. Completely unexpected, and I'm really glad that I got it. This is Castle Stalker. This is a castle that I've never been to before. I did research this castle when I was doing my graded unit in college a couple of years ago. It's fairly intact considering it's so exposed out in the water. It's really well preserved. I used this photograph for 2 different compositions. So I have a leading lines picture, which is this one here. I also have the negative space photograph. The reason I love this photograph is for 2 reasons. Number 1, I waited for ages for it to be clear enough. There was people up taking photographs on the pier and taking selfies and stuff, so the sun was still very soft in the sky, it wasn't too harsh, but it was enough to light the side of the castle, which looked fantastic. So the subject itself obviously was the castle, that was your sort of positive part of the image, and then the negative part of the image was basically the water and the sky and anything else surrounding the castle. It's all about ignoring your subject and looking at the surrounding area of your subject to see what you can use
to either isolate your subject or enhance your subject or give your subject a bit of mood or give the photograph some emotions. So if you place them dead centre, it might not necessarily have the same effect. This instance, I used this to sort of isolate the castle. It's obviously sitting out in the water all by itself, so I thought, well, it's a perfect candidate for negative space. So what I did was I had a look about. So with the tide coming in, the seaweed was getting pushed into the shoreline. So there's not only a leading line there, but on the left hand side of the image, because of all that negative space, I think it has this complete feeling of desolation. It's got a very, very cool bluey tone to the whole image. It definitely creates that mood that I was trying to get. So very happy with how this one turned out. The reflection in the water especially as well, I had to wait a while for because I had to wait for that wind to drop. So this image actually has 3 different elements of composition in it. You've got your leading lines, you've got your negative space, and you've also got reflections, which also can give you a bit of balance and symmetry as well. And I think that's what it's all about, is just creating that balance between your subject and its environment. And I think obviously, I hope this image shows that. I think it does. So there's a place called Glen, Crenan in an area called Rannoch. I hope I've said that right. And I was doing a bit of research in Castle Stalker and I was looking at the surrounding area, and this came up. And I thought it was fake. I thought it was a film set or something from Outlander. I don't know what I thought it was, Lord of the Rings maybe. But it looks phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. It's got a very old, eerie, medieval look about it. It's got these spikes coming at top of the bridge. It just looks brilliant. It's a ferry bridge in Glen, Crenan. It's only about 2 miles, I think, the hike in total, but it's like that, as I said in the video, so it's very, very steep. In this image, the perspective is completely off because the bridge is actually a lot smaller than it looks in this picture. So obviously, with me using a wider angle lens, I think I was shooting at 18mm for this one to get everything in. I wanted to try and get a little bit of foreground in as well and a wee bit of that waterfall. I've done my best with this picture and the conditions that I had and the sort of dappled light coming through. There was some bluebells in bloom as well. We're almost in bluebell season, so I'm really excited about that. But this image was a complete surprise, and I think it was a lovely way to end the day on and then head home. And then I sat for 2.5 hours on the A82 in traffic jams. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed all of the images that I came with. I think I've got a bit of a bumper crop again this time, which I'm really happy about. And I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. It's been really busy. The sun has been fantastic. The sunsets have been even better. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. I've not said that yet. I thought I'd better say it at some point. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.